The Labour Party's Castries Central constituency branch says there has been no degree of transparency from government on its plans to demolish the CDC buildings on Jeremy Street. The chairman, Stanley Felix, says the rhetoric coming from Housing Minister Richard Frederick indicates that the demolition is a matter of urgency. Felix says he is concerned about the possible implications of such a project. He says the safety of the present occupants must be the priority at this point.
If, in fact, it is unsafe and it can imminently affect people's lives, then it's a fantastic idea. We are not questioning whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. We're questioning the timing in light of the fact that speculation has been rife that there are other persons or interests who has bigger plans for the area.
Already, 2 CDC blocks have been demolished, the most recent being the K block at the corners of Coral and Jeremy Streets. The Housing Minister says the CDCs on Jeremy Street will remain untouched, pending an engineer's report on the structural integrity of the buildings. Frederick says CDC residents will not be asked to move without adequate notice. He says if the report calls for the demolition of the buildings, residents will be notified and measures will be put in place to assist residents in the move.
No one will be treated disdainfully. No one would be just asked to just leave the CDC today for tomorrow. This is not what is going to happen. Whatever has to happen would be done in collaboration with the occupants of the CDC.
But the chairman of the SLP's Castries Central constituency branch wants the matter to be debated at the parliamentary level to protect the interests of the residents and not possible investors. Stanley Felix says government must consider the economic impact that such a project can have on people's livelihoods.
These are very serious economic times, and you have shop owners, all throughout Jeremy Street, those on the sidewalks, and those are how those people earn their living. So if in fact it is some kind of ploy to get them out to facilitate other interests, then this is heartless on the part of the government.
He says there must be adequate accommodation for the residents and business owners in order for the plan to be accepted. Felix says he will not stand aside and allow the government to ignore the interests of the CDC residents in its plan to demolish the buildings. Shannon LeBon, HTS News, Channel 4.